The Abba Kyari saga is taking more twists and turns as he appears to be hopping from one frying pan to the fire. Just this Monday, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, declared the suspended head of the Police Intelligence Response Team, IRT, wanted for allegedly belonging to a drug cartel. Let's hear from NDLEA.
To amma duka sun hada su 5 kg guda biyar uku amma suna cikin wayannan guda biyu wannan babba ne da wannan wanda an hada biyu ina ga ɗayan da an hada uku ne a ce
bari wanda duka is up to 25
duka is 25
but one is not
masu dot nan ba sune 5 to sune za a yi testing kashi biyu nan sune okay. 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 I just dot
11:05 a.m. on Monday, January 24, after the agency gave the officer the green light to clear along, he and Kyari began a WhatsApp call for the rest of the day. The officer conveyed their willingness in quotes to play the game. At this point, Kyari disclosed that the 15 kilograms already taken out was shared between the informants that provided information for the station and himself, as well as his men of the IRT of the Nigerian police. And arrested some traffickers that came into the country from Ethiopia with, according to him, 25 kilograms of cocaine. He proposed a drug deal where he and his team are to take 15 kilograms of the cocaine and leave the 10 kilograms for the prosecution of the suspects arrested with the illicit drug in Enugu.
Jide, 2 hours ago when I read this story, Femi, the spokesman of NDLEA, and I was taken aback. We still had the allegation of the Hush Puppy that we're still calling for further investigation so that we know what actually transpired before talking about his eventual extradition, if he's going to be extradited. Now he has been declared wanted by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency with the backing of a video.
Just before we got in here, I saw a news item indicating that he had been arrested, and I told our crime correspondent to find out if it's true that he's been arrested, because this is truly the personification of audacious impunity. If someone is on suspension, still being investigated, his matter had not been decided, and we are hearing this kind of thing that is...
so this did happen January?
Yes, it just happened, and they then declared him, they then invited him on February 10, and he didn't show up. That's what they are telling us. So what I can't really understand is how you could be on suspension and you still be involved in something like this. Something is wrong with our country. By now, even his matter should have been decided. Something is wrong with us. I don't know who caused us as a country. By now, that matter should have been decided. What's the back and forth about? There are people who have told me that, look, the police didn't find him guilty, and we are reading stories that the Police Service Commission was not impressed by the work done by the police in investigating him, and then said, go back, investigate him with a different panel, not the panel that
the DIG.
So why is it taking eternity to even decide that first matter? So because if that first matter had been decided, and he himself knew where he was going, he probably won't even be involved in this, because this is even a bigger scandal. It is a bigger scandal. The Americans can can easily maybe give you a slap in the wrist kind of punishment for money laundering or for stealing. But
drugs.
For being involved in drugs, you need to ask even the president of Panama, who was picked up on December 22nd, 1989.
And bundled.
A president of a country, he ran away to hide inside the Vatican. They eventually took him away for trial in the US. And as he was finishing his sentence, the French people were waiting because they too were ready to pick him. So they take drug trafficking very seriously there because their own children are destroyed by the activities of other people. And in many countries, it's even death. If you bring in drugs into Saudi Arabia, you probably will be executed at the airport there.
Indonesia, Malaysia.
They will be decapitated. And that's the end. Many countries. So I don't understand why is it taking so long.
GKB, when this thing happened, when it wasn't clear, the first one that happened when it wasn't too clear of what was happening, you had 19 lawyers coming out from the old northern states saying that this guy has been victimized, that is a product of, they want to witch hunt him, that 19 lawyers, they are going to stand for him, that there are lawyers from a particular section of the country. Now, this has happened now, and people are already alleging setup.
Well, if you go through the reports declared by the NDLEA, you can see how thorough the investigation was. And you can see from the breakdown that this is not a new thing. It appears that he's been part of this cartel for a long time, and that he's been out of office as head of IRT. They have provided the platform for this to be very successful. But you are right, he has created a larger than life image before the problem started. He was the golden child. I don't want to use star boy. He was the golden child of what the Nigerian police ought to be.
The poster boy.
He was the one that people look up to. Not only from the rural part of the country, from all parts of the country, because he was young, he was vibrant, and his media
honored here and there, everywhere.
It was even remember that National Assembly had to honor him.
House of Reps.
They had to take him and isolate him for doing a very good job. But those
he's a two-time winner of the Inspector General of Police Special Award. No other policeman has ever been won the award twice.
But if you talk to policemen of superior or equivalent rank during this period, they will tell you it's all shine and no vassal. That because they know what's happening underneath. Okay. But the system
I've just confirmed now that he's been arrested.
So that will put it in a new perspective. Because the narration is that he had three options: give himself up, get arrested, or run away. Which other one is not really good for anybody. So he has created this particular public face that we all believed in, that this is the future or one of the bright stars.
Yes.
That's going to change.
Potential Inspector General of Police.
Yes.
So a lot of people were disappointed at the first instance, and they were willing to give him the benefits of a doubt. That maybe we are all humans and things will happen. But this one is what America will call a sting operation. That means for somebody of the stature that we placed Abba Kyari should not have fallen.
No.
For something.
It should be more intelligent than
you understand? Just to confirm the Yoruba adage that it is because trees are near each other that the monkey can dazzle us with the acrobatic skills. Remove the trees.
Monkey has always been acrobatic.
But remove the tree and let him dazzle us on Lagos Expressway. Let him do the same
when the trees are far apart. And God has been so gracious that he made the trees not to be too far apart.
So when you see
that's deep.
You want the monkey to break his back.
So you get to a point that you just realize that somebody that you put on the pedestal ought to know better.
Honestly.
Now, when they open investigation into this, we might just open like a kind of worm, as in, like he has been arrested now, and if NDLEA now starts the thorough investigation, you might discover that you had a super cop, a policeman that people were looking up to, and the person is like a godfather of a cartel. The drug cartel?
Well, at this stage, we just have to be patient. Let's see how deep he is into this.
The rot is
The NDLEA started well with what they provided. This weekend, there was a directive emanating from the office
Police
of
service.
the IG,
Okay.
directing the
Police High Command.
the tactical units of the police to close down, and the staff should come to Abuja.
Back to the police.
Just similar to what happened back then when we fought for him and DCP Kolo, you know, who
That was
has also been doing a good job, you know, in terms of arresting kidnappers and all that. Now, I was wondering, Shebi Abba Kyari is out of the way. Why are you closing down
making this
IRT
move?
again? My suspicion is that they probably had the feeling that in spite of his being outside of, of his being
system.
on suspension, that he was still relating with the boys and still sending the boys on errand. Because if we are to believe what the NDLEA has told us, then it means that even while on suspension, he had access to the boys and he could still relate with them. So I'm not entirely surprised now that the police took that decision to say, okay, we are closing down our tactical units, IRC and the other one headed by Kolo.
Because they were meant to be temporary solutions to a problem. But that is not part of the problem. Remember, we did a story on this a long time ago. I said that all these special squads were meant to attack a particular problem at a particular time and then dissolve back into the police. I know a lot of senior police officers who view them with suspicion, especially the way they operate. So now they will be very happy because they have always believed.
But at a time when we no longer have the, what's it called? When we no longer have the SARS. So if we just simply say, okay, all the tactical teams should go. For me, sometimes I don't believe in simply
All this
throwing away the baby with the bathwater.
just because of
At a point, I believe so much in Abba Kyari that I didn't believe that there could be any case that he cannot crack. Many people do not know that even the killing of Baba Fashoranti's daughter, he arrested the people that carried it out. He arrested them and the police put them on trial. Yes, because even some of those breakthroughs do not even get reported. You just see, oh, they've taken these people to court. So there were so many successes recorded by him to have impressed the National Assembly so much. To say, okay, this guy, we're giving you this award. So, and that's the way many of us looked at him. It pains people to their bone marrows that this is happening to this kind of individual.
How about the conspiracy theory saying that, look, this might just be a setup in order not to
release him to America?
To the United States of America.
No.
Is this what it's?
No.
That kind of conspiracy theory. Do you think
What
it
kind
makes
of,
sense?
because even with
Damage
this,
your name more.
even with this,
No,
it doesn't stop things.
Finishing your
You
name.
know the way social media works.
don't know
Now,
the
people,
operate.
this is very banal.
Yeah, they go back and do knee-jerk reactions to things that are of major importance.
People will come up with all sorts of
Remember, the
finances.
indictment, if it comes to pass, is worldwide. It's not peculiar to the US.
Like, you know,
So that means they
access to
cannot
The
data.
thing is, there is no law that even makes it obligatory for us to release
hand
him
over
to the
anybody.
Americans. He has to go through an extradition trial.
Yes.
If the court
Which
says
is
no,
very
the
cumbersome.
grounds are not enough to extradite him, we won't extradite him. No, America cannot force us to extradite.
Till he died. Senator Kashamu wasn't extradited.
Yes, the case
Went
went
to
on
court,
court, you
yes.
know, and all that. And of course, he will not make the mistake of going there.
No.
So if he goes there, it's not coming back.
No.